You don't have a time problem. You don't have a motivation problem. You have an attention problem. And until you fix that, nothing else improves. If you're serious about taking control of your focus, subscribe, because most people stay stuck here without ever understanding why they can't stay consistent. You think you can't focus because you're distracted, because of your phone, because of your environment. That's not the real reason. The real reason is this. You've trained your brain to escape discomfort. Focus requires you to stay, to sit with one task, to push through boredom, to move past resistance. But every time something feels slightly uncomfortable, you leave. You check your phone, you switch tasks, you look for something easier, and you repeat that pattern every day. So now your brain has learned something very clearly. Discomfort means escape. And focus becomes impossible, because the moment something slows down, your mind looks for a way out. The moment something gets hard, you lose interest. The moment something requires effort, you delay it. Not because you don't want results, but because your brain has been conditioned to avoid the process. You've trained it. Every scroll, every distraction, every time you left instead of staying, you reinforced the same behavior. So now when you try to focus, it feels unnatural. Because it is. You built the opposite habit. Most people think focus is about intensity, about forcing yourself to concentrate harder. It's not. Focus is about tolerance, the ability to stay with something longer than you want to, even when it's boring, even when it's slow, even when your mind wants to leave. That's where focus is built. But most people never reach that point. Because they escape too early, they don't stay long enough to build control, so their attention becomes weak, scattered, unstable, and that affects everything. Your work suffers, your progress slows down, your consistency disappears. Not because you're incapable, but because you can't stay with anything long enough to improve. That's the real cost of distraction. It's not just wasted time, it's the loss of control over your own mind. So, what do? You stop trying to force focus, and you start training your ability to stay. You sit with the task, even when it's uncomfortable. When it gets boring, you don't leave. When it gets hard, you don't switch. When your mind looks for an exit, you don't give it one. You stay. That's it. That's the entire shift. Because every time you stay, you rebuild control. Every time you resist the urge to escape, you strengthen your attention, and over time, your mind adapts. What used to feel difficult becomes normal. What used to feel unbearable becomes manageable, and focus becomes natural again. Not because you forced it, but because you trained it. Right now, your attention is weak because of what you've been practicing. Change what you practice, and your mind changes with it. That's the difference between someone who can focus and someone who can't. One escapes, the other stays. And that decision, repeated daily, defines everything.